In JavaScript, the array map method returns a new array with the output of calling a function on every element in the array. First, we'll need an array, so let r equals an array with 1, 2, and 3. Next, we'll do r equals r.map parentheses of x arrow x squared. If you've never seen it before, this will look a little crazy to you. It is an arrow function. I've done a video on arrow functions that I'll link to in the description. For now, this line says square every element in the array and return the new array with each element squared. Next, we'll do console.log r. If we run this code, we'll see the array with 1, 4, 9. Next, let's change the map call to be x plus 1. This says add 1 to every element in the array. If we run this code, you'll see the array with 2, 3, and 4. Finally, let's do a bit of a different example. Let's say we're normalizing an array of names to all be lowercase. So let names equals an array with Alf, Brittany, and Charlie. Our call to map will be names equals names dot map parentheses of name arrow name dot to lower case. This says lowercase every name in the names array. If we console.log names, then run the code, we'll see every name lowercase. In JavaScript, the array filter method returns a new array with only elements from the original array that pass a given test. First, we'll need an array, so let r equals an array with 1, 2, and 3. Next, we'll do r equals r.filter of arrow function that takes an argument arrow and returns true if the given element is odd. So x mod 2 does not equal 0. I have a video that I'll link below where I covered arrow functions more deeply. What this says, though, is basically for every element in R that is not odd, filter it out of the array. Next, we will console.log r. If we run this code, we'll see r now contains 1 and 3 because those are the two odd numbers. Next, we will write an example to filter out duplicates. So r now equals an array with 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, and 4. And then we'll do r equals r.filter of arrow function that takes in x and I arrow and returns true if the index of an element is equal to the current index. So r.index of x equals I. An arrow function passed to filter always takes in the current element denoted as x in this function, but it can also optionally take in the current index denoted as I in this function, and or the array variable. Breaking down what this call means, index of always returns the first index of a given element, meaning if an element occurs more than once, the second and subsequent elements will return false and thus be filtered out of the array. If we run this code, we'll see the array is left with each element only once. Last, let's filter an array so it only contains palindromic names. Let names equals an array with Alf, Ava, L, and Charlie. Then names equals names dot filter of an arrow function n arrow n equals n dot split of empty string dot reverse dot join of empty string. This is a long line to basically say filter out the element if the original string doesn't equal itself backwards. If we console.log names and run the code, you'll see only Ava and L left. This has been Jacubication. Like and subscribe to learn more.